We are just a little over a month away from the release of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. I wouldn't say we got a lot of marketing the last few years, but this changed this year. Not only do they market the game on social media on a pretty consistent basis, but we also have received the second gameplay trailer of this year. Okay, I know it is the behind the scenes, so also called Developer Diary, but we have seen a whole 3 minutes of gameplay here, and I just need to talk about it. But before I start, hi, welcome to this video. If you're new here, why don't you consider subscribing? It's completely free, and if you're not sure yet, just keep watching the video and it might convince you. Now without further ado, let's just start right into it. While watching the new footage of the game, I was speechless. Not only does this game get even more beautiful every time they show something new, but it also gets bigger. The open world we'll be able to explore looks stunning, as we can see right here in this shot on Arc 2. And this planet is not even one of the main ones, so imagine how big and beautiful the others will be. Something I want to point out here is that with only this shot, I would have never guessed that the Act 2 caretakers will actually be playable. I would have expected them to be NPCs, but we already know that they will be playable because it was confirmed in the character menu, so just imagine the other characters we will get to play. The sheer options of characters blow my mind. We even get to play Max Rebo and Size Noodles. They look so weird but yet so great. There will also be so many ways now to unlock characters and even spaceships. We have already seen ways to unlock characters, but in this shot right here we can see a key with what looks like a B-wing on it. So this will be one way to unlock vehicles. I just love that because it will make collecting things even more fun instead of just buying them with studs. Oh, and can we take a second to appreciate how much attention to detail they put into every single location in this game? Just look at this shot right here. It looks exactly like in the movies. Another very cool thing is that we will be able to go into buildings. See this shot right here where Anakin and Obi-Wan stand in front of a shop or whatever on Coruscant? You also see the studs on the ground leading to the building? It is proof. I am super curious about what other places we will be able to enter in free play. Something we all have been wondering is whether the Jedi Temple will be freely explorable. And you know what? The answer is yes. Just look at the Jedi archives. When I saw this shot, I almost fell off my chair. And the moment I fell off the chair for sure was when I saw that we will be swimming to Gungan City. It looks like it will be a cutscene, but I'm curious if in free play it will also be a cutscene, whether they skipped it and when we walk into the water a loading screen comes up and we're in Gungan City already, or whether we will actually be able to swim down there. I doubt it, but I won't give up hope. They also showed us what the progress behind the scenes really looked like when it comes to creating creatures, buildings, locations, and spaceships out of LEGO in a program. I'm quite confused looking at it because it looks like a lot of stuff. But when we only take a look at what they're creating, it is beautiful. Every single thing that is built out of LEGO was built brick by brick. You can see that right here where they finished the snake or worm or whatever. And let me tell you, this stuff is huge. I do own a Millennium Falcon myself that has just about 7,000 bricks. To build the Trade Federation in this game in real life, they said that you would need millions and millions of bricks. That is just completely nuts, like get a hobby or something. We also get to see some concept art of things that we haven't even seen in LEGO form at all. They created whole new ways to build those creatures out of LEGO for this game. Isn't that insane? I just mentioned the Millennium Falcon, and in this shot right here we can see Obi-Wan Kenobi rebuilding this beautiful ship. It is indeed my favorite, but that's not what I wanted to say. What I actually wanted to say here is that the experience of how we will be able to use the Force was revolutionized and plays a huge part in this game. We will be able to use the Force everywhere, on anything. It's gonna be so much fun. And not only the Force, but there will be so many lightsaber and blaster battles. And for the first time since this game has been announced, we have now also gotten a look at what it will look like to fight with a bow and arrow. Something I will experience for the first time in a LEGO game. When it comes to the levels we have seen in the trailers, we can not only point to cutscenes and gameplay, like this one right here where Luke and Vader fight, or this one here where we will finally be able to play the scene where Mace Windu fights Chancellor Palpatine, but they literally gave us a screenshot of 3 different episodes, those being episode 1, 2, and 4, where we can see all pre-levels, all cutscenes, and all main levels. I will not be breaking down these screenshots because I'm very confused just looking at it, and I still don't really understand the difference between pre and main level, so I'm not gonna even attempt to try and explain this to you guys, but if you want to, you can pause the video and take a look at it yourself. One thing I love is that LEGO games have so much humor. They always make me laugh, and the creativity those teams bring into the game is something very, very special. Just like we can see right here where Han holds a banana instead of a gun and throws it at Vader, who uses the Force to throw it back to Han, and this little food fight breaks out. Or right here where the Porks are holding Rey's lightsaber and almost decapitate her. It is just so fun that they think of those things every now and then, and it makes a very exciting and fun experience for young and old. Now that we already talked about creativity, can we just talk about how amazing it will be to put on a helmet, and when you speak it actually sounds like you are wearing a helmet?
Well, looks like you've got a stormtrooper problem you should look into.
It is something so simple that I don't think I would have missed because it wouldn't have come to my mind. But now that I know it is in the game, I would 100% miss it. You know what I mean? By now I think it is very clear that TT definitely thought about the fans a lot. Especially when it comes to mumble mode. How often have I read tweets where people ask TT for the option? I think it's such a fun addition that I will definitely use on my second walkthrough of the game. The first walkthrough will of course be played with voice lines. I'm just very curious what they're gonna say. We have already seen that mumble mode will be one of the extras you can turn on and off whenever you want. I don't think we will actually have to purchase that. I think it's actually just going to be an option that we can toggle on and off whenever we want. And on top of that, we have seen a lot of extras already. However, in this interview, we found out that one of the extras will be that we can turn off the sound of weapons and change it to mouth sounds. This will look something like this. There are just so many cool things that this game will include, and I could talk about it for hours, but we have to stop at some point. All I can say is that all we've seen so far blows me away every single time I look at it, and I probably watched the new footage 15 to 20 times already, and I'm not exaggerating. Soon we will finally be able to hold this game in our hands, and I can't wait. If you enjoyed what you saw and you don't want to miss out on any of my videos, go hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell, and it will notify you every time I upload. For today, that was it. I hope I will see you back in my next video. Until then, bye!